guys, Rebel Engine 95, recording live from the local county prison cell. So before we start, I actually want to say something. I am not going to be doing a Deadpool versus the Mask video. I know. Everyone was just hoping for that Deadpool versus the Mask video, right? All the 200 people that watch this. Or 10 that watch this, 200 who have subscribed to it. Yeah, I'm not going to get into any specifics, but it's like, it's mainly because even though I'm convinced that they could do a proper episode, where like both characters are like they're legitimately trying to see who could win, I feel like they're just using it to like create a storyline with Deadpool at this point. And I feel like that's probably their focus more so than the fight. Kind of like with the Meta versus Carolina or the Goku Superman 2 or what have you. Like they're just trying to create like a story for the episode rather than do the episode. So I feel like that's the way to do this, right? Is to not. I feel like I should refrain from that because I don't feel like the effort is. I don't feel like I should put in the effort into asking a question that I don't think is their intent to ask. Is the point of what I'm trying to say. So, but anyway, I am gonna do this episode as an analysis rather than a prediction. I'm not gonna do a prediction video for this episode. So this is someone who one of these characters is an all-time favorite cartoon character of mine. That over time he has not diminished. My opinion of him has not been diminished at all. And I was actually trying to find a good fight for him for a long time. And then I kind of just like was like, oh shit. So the first character is going to be Chase Young, right, from Shaolin Showdown. And I kind of figured like Shang Tsung would be the perfect fight for him. When I look at Chase Young's character and his story and everything, I kind of realize, like, yeah, that's kind of what he is. They both go around. They're both these ancient warriors who, betrayed their oath and went around and yeah, ended up using the power of darkness to, take souls and just become stronger for the sake for power's sake. And yeah, I feel like this is probably I could probably find another fight for Chase Young, but like I feel like this is really good to do. And before where it was Akuma versus Shang Tsung, even though Akuma was been alive for thousands of years, and he over that time has not only been just mastering martial arts. I mean, calling this guy a master is almost short selling him because he is, superhumanly good at martial arts. He's so good that, other martial arts masters with Shengang Wu, the ancient mystical weapons, are like nothing. Those are like toys to him. And those with like, the Wu Dai moves and everything, the Shaolin Warriors with the Wu Dai moves and everything, those are like, alright. You know what I mean? Like, go ahead, throw fire at me. Like, what's, like, he just kind of, and he's also just like a brilliant villain. Part of the reason why I love him so much is that he employs, like, even when he loses, he wins. You know what I mean? He's that kind of guy. So, beyond superhuman strength, speed, agility, reflexes, all of that, he can also transform into a dragon. Literally just a dragon. And, it's like a dragonoid version of himself. Funny enough, the first idea I had for a fight against him was going to be Drago from Jackie Chan Adventures, because these shows were on around the same time, but yeah, let's not get into that. And, over the years, he's actually been defeating the greatest warriors throughout history, and after he defeats them, he transforms them into jungle cats. So lions, tigers, panthers, all that. He transforms them into jungle cats, and they're kind of like forced to do his bidding. Um, and I he's also gotten certain types of magic at his disposal over the years, or Heylin magic as it's called in that series. So he's been shown to be able to teleport via like having a bolt of lightning strike him, and then he can teleport via lightning. Essentially, he can you know his strength is probably due to that. Due to that to some degree, he's able to he's he's able to like levitate and things like that. It's it's a lot of like very specific styles of magic. And I mean, this guy's, like I said, his strength is off. I mean, he fell hundreds of feet in a Shaolin showdown with Omi and landed on just a finger and like just hopped right up off his finger. You know what I mean? So it's like absurd levels of strength to that degree. And then let's go into Shang Tsung, because there's a lot to explain with there's I could just keep going about Chase here. So Shang Tsung was a competitor in a Mortal Kombat tournament, you know, thousands of years ago, and in Outworld at least, or was it a fuck? I can't remember. I don't know. Mortal Kombat timelines. And he was punished by the Elder Gods for cheating, so he was cursed to live in old age. But he coincidentally knew how to steal people's souls and rejuvenate himself in his age, using soul magic. So because of that, he's not only able to, like rejuvenate himself and heal himself, he's also able to, anyone he takes the magic, anybody he absorbs the soul of, or even begins to absorb the soul of, he can temporarily transform into them, and he can also, use their abilities. He gains knowledge of their abilities. He doesn't gain their experience or anything. He's got 10,000 years of experience, so I mean it doesn't really need it. But he has he gains like he now knows everything they know, but he doesn't necessarily he doesn't necessarily he's not able to do it exactly as they're able to do it necessarily, right? Um so he gains like any superhuman or magical abilities that they have, right? So he can gain Scorpion's ability to throw fire. He can mimic their weapons and everything like that. Like he gains Smoke's ability to teleport, but he doesn't have their exact technique. You know what I mean? So he can do all these things that they can do, but he can't. He doesn't like literally have their level of like fighting. He doesn't copy their fighting style, for instance. Um. So, and he himself can use magic anyway, so he can, flaming skulls is the big thing, and stealing souls and transforming himself into them, like I said. Um, so, Shang Tsung, he's a Mortal Kombat character. He should be relatively, if you're watching this, you should be relatively familiar with Shang Tsung. Also, being a Mortal Kombat character has, superhuman levels of everything. So who do I think would win here? So, the Jungle Cat, warriors that he's taken would probably not be put into effect, and he wouldn't have any Shang Wu or anything, because, again, he doesn't use them. He's like, they're beneath him. Um, I think Chase is probably physically more of a match for Shang Tsung. Now, like I said, Shang Tsung would gain that. So he would gain the same level of strength from Chase by absorbing him, but he doesn't have the same experience as Chase, but they both have thousands of lifetimes worth of experience. So I don't know if it would matter in that respect. plus the fact that like I both are generally both are generally very crafty. It's really okay. It's hard to call this because they're very similar in a way. I would probably say I might have to go with Shang Tsung on this, and it hurts me to say that Chase Young would lose, but I would have to go with the only um without full like I mean if Shang Tsung didn't have like full knowledge of Chase's powers when he took them, then he wouldn't know about the dragon transformation and all of that, but and if I'm not mistaken, he does gain knowledge of their powers. He just doesn't. He knows the things that they know. He just doesn't like have their experience. Um, but I don't. That's weird because I don't. I just personally don't know if that would. I feel like Shang Tsung would be the guy to win here. But yeah, unfortunately for me, yeah, that's how I think it would go. So anyway, this was a fight I came up with, and then I was trying to get, like I said last week or the week whenever I did it. This was a fight I was waiting to do, and then the Dovahkiin and Geralt fight. I had to get that out of the way. So anyway, Verbal Engine 95. See ya.